see.
Yesterday, President Trump offered brothers and sisters in uniform under the command of.
What's up, Luxury Drift? What's up, James? Getting to the. Let me get to the comments. What's up, Craig? Live chat. All right. What's up with you guys tonight? Appreciate y'all coming. What's going on tonight with you guys? Anything? How was your Monday back at work? Rebuilding your cylinder head in your garage. What are you doing to your cylinder head? Bobby relaxing before work. What's up, Herstyler? You working right now, Luxury Drift? Highway 126, what's up, brother? Appreciate y'all coming around, man. Had a crack in the head. Swap stuff to a new head. What's up, Joey? What's up, Jimmy? Happy Monday, brother. Take this watch off. I need to get a higher seat, man. I'm sitting on this little stool. Bobby got to hit the road, man. All right, Bobby. What's up, Christopher? Yeah, I am. A little bit down, man. Robert's glad Monday's over. You know, I like Mondays myself, man. I've never had a problem with Mondays. Grab another bucket, keep stack up. I know I need to. I need to buy a stool. That's what I need to buy, because I set these tables up. When I made this table, I made it to where when I stand up, I don't have to bend over as much, and I also don't have to raise my arms up as much, but it's pretty tall because I'm pretty tall. He said he looked like I was pissed at one point today. No, I wasn't pissed, man. I actually shot that early in the morning, and I'm not really. Sometimes I'm a morning person, sometimes I'm not, man. Craig said today went quick. He was busy. Chris says he loves Mondays. Mondays are his Fridays. What's up, George? Good to see you, brother. I thought George was I already added him. DK719 asked about owning Duralast tools. I do. I bought these. I don't know if y'all can see them or not, man. The video quality is going to get better on this. This is just a 10 millimeter set. And I also own a Duralast 1/4 inch ratchet, and I own a Duralast adjustable wrench. And they're pretty good, man. Ben says he has to do a coolant change in his 14 Ram 3500 with the Cummins. What is the tool called to do the vacuum bleed refill? Anybody knows, help him out. A vacuum refill kit, says Luxury Drift. He has a Mac 01. It works great. You know, I went and looked at some Duralast tools not too long ago, and they look pretty decent, man. They're all made in China, though. Every last one of them I've seen was made in China. Jimmy asks, he's got to say, is it just him, or does every store that has the Black Friday advertising seem to come up short? Are you not seeing any great deals? I don't either, dude. Like, but nothing's really released yet. I mean, Harbor Freight released their Black Friday, and I mean that was bad, man. I mean, like they had nothing. Let me turn this. Let me see if that's a little better. I think it was a little bright in my eyes. If you guys can still, hope you can still see me. It looks like you can. And the Harbor Freight Black Friday was horrible. And Lowe's and Home Depot, they haven't released theirs yet. I don't think they're supposed to release theirs till closer to the end of the month. So we'll see what they have to offer. But Harbor Freight, man, I don't know. You know, you would think they would. They have so many sales that I think like every sale is the same to them, I guess. Better on the lighting, Jimmy says. All right, yeah. See, when I'm shooting the videos, some people complain about the light, so I add a bunch of lights, but then I add a bunch of lights, and then it's really bright. So, you know, it's kind of, I can't win for losing, man. Waiting on a good deal of some cordless stuff. I was looking at the Home Depot last year Black Friday ad. It's been a while. I seen it last year, but I couldn't remember. They had some pretty good deals. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you who's got some pretty good deals right now. Do any of you guys ever go to shop at Northern Tool? They actually, if you're into Milwaukee, which I'm into Milwaukee, but they actually have right now, like you could buy the drill driver set fuel, and it comes with the 2 batteries, the 2 5-amp-hour batteries, and it's $3.99, which is the normal price at Home Depot, but they're giving you a free 5-amp-hour battery with it. And they also have a couple other Milwaukee tools where they're giving you the 3rd 5-amp-hour battery for free. So, and they're not doing like a lot of these guys will do. They'll act like, oh yeah, you're going to get this for free, but then they up the price. So you're not really getting nothing for free. You're just paying for that indirectly without knowing for it or hoping you don't notice. Craig says he likes Northern Tool. I've never really shopped from there, man. James said he's going to use that coupon I posted earlier about the 5-drawer cart. All right, but James, that coupon I posted for $159 was only for the blue, black, and red cart. I found that out later. So if you wanted to get the green cart, like you said, that coupon won't work. You'll have to pay the $169, which is the other coupon. Jimmy says he's waiting for this holiday season to pick up a new box. My son and I will pick it out as he will get that box along with my tools. That's awesome, man. Any idea what box you're going to get? Mac you know, I was doing the Mac and Mac-O flyers regularly on the show, but I've been staying off of the tool truck because I'm trying to get my bill paid down. And I don't even know how much I still owe, man. I've been paying for so long that it's just like, it just comes out every week. It's just natural. So I'm hoping it goes down. And if I get on there, I'm going to buy something. So I haven't even been trying to tempt myself to get on there and get a flyer. So I will, whenever I notice the money stops coming out of my account, I'll jump back on there and I'll try to refrain myself. Or if I do buy something, it'll be something small. And I'm going to try to keep my bill down, man. I'm tired of paying every week. I'm tired of it just coming out every week. And it doesn't take much. I mean, you go on there and you pick up 2 things and you're back up to $600-700 just like that. So it doesn't take much. Any idea, Christopher asks, any idea on a good place to get 1.5 millimeter to 4 millimeter Hex bits. No, ma'am, I don't know that. If anybody knows, help him out. DK719 wants to know what everybody thinks about Craftsman or Napa selling Craftsman now. And when I did the Napa Real Tool Deals flyer, they're only going to be carrying that for this holiday season. So I don't know if they're going to try to continue it after that. Robert says it's a struggle with the tool trucks. It is. And it don't seem like much, you know, but then if you say you get on the truck and they're like, yeah, take this, you can give me 20, 30, 40 a week or whatever. And you're like, okay, cool, I can afford that. Then the next truck pulls up and they're like, take this, you can give me 20, 30, 40 a week. And you're like, okay, I can afford that. And et cetera, et cetera. The next thing you know, you're paying 60, 70, 80, $100 a week. And it's nonstop. You know, when you think about it, if you work a 40-hour week and your tool bill's $80, then that's like taking $2 an hour off your pay. But nobody works a 40-hour week, but I'm just using that as an example. I mean, it gets expensive. Jimmy says he's looking at the Craftsman and Husky boxes right now. Man, I went and looked at the Craftsman boxes, even the Made in USA Craftsman boxes, and they're not that great, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Craftsman. I do like Craftsman, but it feels cheap, obviously, but the way the drawers are even set up, they have all these little small drawers and rows, and I just didn't like them at all, man. What's up, Archie Bunker? Greetings from northern Michigan, all the way up northern Michigan. You up by the lake? Bubba don't think much of Craftsman anymore because you're just paying for a name for a low quality tool, and you know, and that's what Sears did to Craftsman, unfortunately. I'm hoping Stanley Black & Decker can turn it around. I'm going to be doing a video on Craftsman here in the next couple days, so I don't want to say too much about, but it'll be pretty good. It'll be interesting if you like Craftsman, or even if you don't like Craftsman, it'll be interesting to know. You know, I haven't really checked out the Husky toolbox as much. I need to go check them out. Jimmy says his heart's there for Craftsman. You know, so is mine. And the soft close drawers, it's a cool feature, but you know, it's not something like I'm dead set on or something like a buying point for me. I look for more, like, I don't like how they have the drawers set up in them drawers. I mean, they're thin, and like I said, they have just the little skinny drawers, and I like the big long drawers myself. What's up, Norm? Rich is looking for just storage and not working out of, and thinking what would be a cheaper alternative. I mean, I don't know if you were talking with somebody else about that and I missed the comments, but I think it depends on what size you're looking for. What's up, Terry? The Harbor Freight boxes they are nice, man. I've owned the 72-inch, the 56-inch, and now the Icon box, but they're good boxes. I've owned the 5-drawer tool cart. I haven't owned the 4-drawer tool cart. I don't really like the 4-drawer tool cart. It seems like it's cheap, and it is cheap. I mean, you can get them on coupon for like $120. But the 5-drawer tool cart is great, man. It really is. I mean, that's a steal. It's a steal at $159, $169. It's really a steal. Norm says, great video on Icon. I totally agree on the Icon. You know, I'm a little sad about that, man. I'm not going to lie. I really was rooting for Icon. I'm really rooting for Harbor Freight. But with that being said, man, I don't think they're out of the game. I just want it more right now. And unfortunately, they didn't deliver with everything. But those wrenches are nice. The fixed head ratchets are nice. So they're on the right track. I just hope that they pay attention, which I think they will. And I hope they try to improve, which I think they will. I don't think they're in this just to try to, rip us off, man. They got to know when they're coming at this market. They got to know when they're trying to release tools and trying to reach certain people. They got to know, like, these guys are going to know what they're doing. They're not just going to buy some junk and take your word for it. So I think they'll improve it. Christopher Larkin, hello from Sin City. What's up, man? Rich Craftsman is a single 6-drawer, and he's looking for double that. I think one thing I did like about the Black Friday Harbor Freight deals was the Earthquake XT air gun for $99. That's a steal, man. That's a great air impact. I don't really like air anymore, but if you're still using air, if you're looking for air impact, I would check that out for $99. And another thing I liked was the 44 inch, the 44 inch box, whatever it is, for $399. That's not a bad price. Now the Gen 1 41 inch, 44 inch box, I didn't think was that good, man. The paint looked different and everything, but I did look at the Gen 2 and it looks just the same as the 56 inch and the 72 inch. He says he wished U.S. General would come out with a full drawer cart. When I spoke to the Icon guys, I haven't spoke to them in a while. I don't know if they'll speak to me again after today, but I have to be honest, man. I have to be honest, and I told them that. So hopefully they respect that. But I told them that I thought that they should come out with an Icon tool cart and put it in the price range, $3 to $350 to $400 or something. I think they would sell a lot of them, man. I think that would have been probably their best bet to come out with to start off with, and then introduce this box later, because to sell a $3,200 box is a harder sell than selling a $300, $400 tool cart. And I also told them that, me personally, man, I like the slide tops. I like the little slide tops with the storage inside of them. And I think a lot of people like them. So I think that if they ever do release an Icon cart, that they should offer that even, and the open top as well. But I would like the option to have that slide open. I like to be able to store stuff on top of my cart, move my cart around, but still be able to open it up. When you have the box with the open lid, you lose the whole lid. And if you need to open it, if you are using it, you have to remove everything off, open it. Those slide tops are nice. Christopher said, what's my favorite color boxes at Harbor Freight? If we're talking about the Icon box, man, I like that green and black, dude. That looked pretty nice. If we're talking about the U.S. General, the green is nice. If I went there tomorrow to pick one of those boxes, I'm kind of a simple guy. I'm kind of a plain guy. It would be between blue and black, to be honest with you. But I'm simple, man. I don't really like white because I don't want dirt all over it. So blue looks nice. Black looks nice. I don't like red because it's too common, but that's just my opinion, man. Everybody likes something different. Robert says blue for him. The U.S. General blue, that's a nice blue. It looks nice. Jimmy said, remember, you have to be honest. People may not like it, they respect each other. And that's what it's about, man. You have to be honest. I try to be honest always anyway, but if you want to do something like this, man, you have to be honest. I'm not going to, lie or try to steer a bunch of people down to buy some sockets that when they get home, they're going to find out that these things are soft. They're going to be like, bro, this dude don't know what he's talking about, or he's lying to us. So I try, you have to be honest. And I think everybody should try to be honest anyway, but I really try to be honest, man. I really do. I think they did too, Craig. I think they did want my honest opinion. I don't think they just wanted me to be their yes man. And because they really want to improve on these tools. And when we first spoke, that's what they said. You know, you don't have to do a video, but we would appreciate your feedback just directly to them, not through a video. And because they want to do better. They want to know where they're lacking. Joey says black on black. I do like that too. And that's what I said about these icon boxes. I think that if they want to sell these boxes in the future, that I should be able to get online, kind of like with the Snap-on, and be able to customize this box. If I want the black trim, if I want it whatever color, you know, at first I understand that's kind of hard to do. And it's probably going to be hard to do anyway, considering they're making these boxes and having them shipped here. So it's probably going to be hard to do, but hopefully they can try to figure something out like that. I would like to see Harbor Freight try to expand and try to start making their own tools in the U.S. at some point. That would be really nice. Tecton has 30% off for trade school students. I didn't know that, man. Tecton has some great deals. They really do. I like the Tecton tools. I have nothing against Tecton tools whatsoever. What's up, Jason? Craig said, gotta go to Old Lady found me. I hear you on that, brother. Take it easy, Craig. Thanks for stopping by. And that's going to be your best bet, man. Favorite beer after a long day? I mean, I always just drink Budweiser, man. I'm simple though, you know. Joey said, big investment. You want to start? You're right. It's a lot of money to spend, man. And I don't want to just pick a preset, you know. And I think that a lot of people would take a, you know, closer look at them. Were you able to go online and customize this box yourself? Luxury Drift said his favorite beer is Bottle Miller. Rich said if Icon wants to get better, they need honest input. And you're right, they do. I don't think that they, you know, obviously every company's in the business to make money, man. I mean, that's every company. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in business very long. But I don't think that was their sole motivator when coming out with these tools. I don't think they was just like, let's pump this out. Let's have a bunch of guys hype it up. Let's sell as many as we can and just go. I don't think that's the case. I think that they're in this for the long haul, and I think they're going to get better, and I think they're going to offer some great tools eventually. And I would love nothing more than to be able to just go to Harbor Freight and buy throwaway tools and good quality professional tools. And I think that's their goal. I mean, you see they're coming out with, they call it the good, better, best thing, which, you know, I think it's confusing for a lot of people because, say, for instance, like with the air tools, you got Chief. I guess that's their best. And you got, you know, Earthquake XT, Impact, Air Impact. I guess that's their best. I don't understand, like, why so many names? You know what I mean? Just have Icon, Professional, then a middle name, and then a lesser name. There's just way too many names. I lose track of them. I really do. Joey said the king of beers. It's going all right tonight, Jason. How you doing, bro? G-Bone, what's up, brother? GB. Do I have any Sears left around me? No other videos I like to do, you know, spoof like that. I love you. And a few other videos I'd like to do a spoof like that, and I think it'd be fun to do. So I'll probably try to throw them in on some videos here soon. Luxury said he's going to watch my Icon Tools final thoughts. Rich says he doesn't wrench daily, but he does use his tools pretty hard, and Harbor Freight tools haven't failed him yet. The Icon brand seems even better, so they're on the right track. You know, I agree with you. They are on the right track. And I think eventually they're going to, you know, be good. Just looking at their fixed head ratchets, man, I think those are actually really good. The wrenches, really good. You can find some good deals. Like I was talking to a guy earlier about Tecton, and you can buy Tecton wrenches for cheap, but I don't know how good they are. I can't tell if this is still running or not. I feel like it maybe is shut down. Let me know. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay, so I haven't used Tecton wrenches. I have used their stubby wrenches and their crow's feet, but they're at a good price, man. You could buy like the metric and the standard set for like $80, I think, for both of them. So they're at a good price. Did I sell my 72-inch US General? It's at a friend of mine's garage, man. He doesn't have a toolbox. It's at his garage. It's going to be his, though. It is his. Davian's here. Hey, Davian, what's up? He's the only tool channel you watch now. Hey, man, that's what I said after that video, man. What else do you need, man? You said I'm the Chuck Norris of tools. That was a pretty good one. That didn't even cross my mind. I thought it was funny, though. I will. That's what he said. B Hexen 250 said I should try to do more spoof videos. I got a pretty good one I want to do, man. I've been actually thinking about this for a long time, and you know, I'm making fun of myself too when I'm doing it, but I'm just doing it. I'm not trying to like insult anybody. I'm just trying to have fun, man. That's all I'm doing. Not intended use, but he bought one of the 3/8 fixed head ratchets the other day and used it to take lugs off a Ford Ranger. You know, actually, man, a 3/8 ratchet should be able to take lugs off as long as they're not frozen on or anything like that. But, you know, you should be able to take one off, particularly when you have like the flex head, the one I broke. That thing, man, those were not good, dude. Like, I couldn't believe that I broke that like that. And, I mean, they're not good. David said, keep it up. Spoofs are great. I appreciate that, man. Best thing at Harbor Freight is the magnetic strips. No more pegboard for me. Yeah, I have used those, man. Those are good. I have like 6 of them. So they are good. And you know, Harbor Freight's kind of going away from the free coupons. From what I can see, they still have a few, but like the magnetic dishes, I used to get one of those every time I went to Harbor Freight for free. And the last coupon I seen for those was 99 cents. So still 99 cents, a pretty good deal. Excuse me. But I did like the free thing. I haven't even, the last 3 or 4 times I've went to Harbor Freight, I haven't even got a free item. And that used to be one of the things that I always tried to get. Dallas Gonzalez says he's a DIYer, but he's had the Tecton metric wrench set for about a year and had no issues. You can't beat a no skip set from 8 to 22 for $40. You really can't, man. And this is the thing about Tecton with me that I don't know is, and the advantage I think Harbor Freight has over Tecton right now is the fact that if I break something, man, I can drive up the store and they're going to give me a new one. With Tecton, you got to contact somebody. You got to either, I don't know how it works. I'm just speculating here, but with traditionally, you have to contact them, mail it in, then they'll mail you a replacement. So say if I broke a 12 millimeter wrench, I don't want to have to say it's 6 o'clock at night. I broke it. They're closed. It's Friday. Now I got to wait till Monday. And I'm not saying they may be open 24/7. I don't know, but I'm just talking. So now I got to wait till Monday and call them, then send it to them, then have them send one back. So I'm looking at a week and a half to get back a $2 wrench. So is it worth it to be able to pay double that and be able to Friday night at 7 drive up to Harbor Freight? bring home your wrench, finish your job. With that being said, most people would have a spare on hand, so that may not be a big issue, but that is something to maybe consider, in my opinion. Joey said he loved the free moving blanket. You know, I moved in this place. Me and my ex-girlfriend broke up a while back. I'm not going to bore you with a whole big story, but I ended up moving in here. And this garage was in shambles when I first moved in. The walls were rotted out. I've tore the old plywood out, resheeted the walls, fixed the framing, and I've also added some plastic on the inside of the walls to try to help with installation because there was no electricity out here. There still is no electricity out here, but what I have ran out here, and it's not like legal ran out here. It's just what I've got out here. And in the winter, it gets cold. So last year I was using those moving blankets to hang up over doors, to hang up over this window that used to be here. And so I was digging to be able to get those free moving blankets. And this year, now one thing I hate because I'm renting this place. So one thing I hate is to have to keep dumping money into this place. But I also have to consider that if I want to be comfortable, is it worth it to spend the money? Because I was actually going to insulate this ceiling, and I was hoping that would be enough to keep it kind of warm in here this winter if I run my heater while I'm trying to do videos, because last year I could run that Craftsman torpedo heater, get it up to about 70, and it would stay around 50 to 70 for about 20 minutes, and then I had to run it again because that thing's loud. So I'm hoping that if I can insulate the ceiling, maybe I can get a little bit extra time out of it, so that way I can, do my videos. But to insulate the ceiling, man, I priced it for me to do it, buy the insulation and do it myself. I'm looking at about $240 to $270. So it's kind of hard for me to keep dumping money into this garage, but I also want to be comfortable. So I'll probably end up doing it. The Hexon said Northern Tool sells Tecton. They can get tools replaced there. I don't know. There actually is a Northern Tools close to me. I need to go check that out. Can you use coupon on new Icon tools? They do have some coupons for Icon tools, man. They have the 3/8 sockets for $20 with a coupon. But depending on what you want to use them for, man, I'd watch my video and watch other videos about those. And they also have a 10% no exclusion coupon that you can use. They also have a coupon for the ratcheting wrenches at $135 down from $150. I think that's worth it for those ratcheting wrenches. I mean, I don't know. I haven't used them, but it's worth it to me to go spend that to find out. But for long wrenches, they are 72 tooth. But man, for my 72 tooth Mako set, I spent $320, I think. So, I mean, it's worth it to me to try them. I'm going to. He says he thinks TKO hand cleaner is better than Snap-on. Man, I use this Cherry Bomb. I don't know if you're hurt, but bro, man, this stuff will get anything off, man. Anything. It's the best hand soap I've used. What's up, John Long? Jimmy says his son and him agree on the Tecton sockets being the best choice for the money. The warranty is that you can contact them online, send a picture and description, and they will send you the tool by mail. Now, that's cool if I can send a picture and get it, because, like, when you try to warranty something with Snap-on, if you own a Snap-on tool, they're only supposed to be warrantied out to the person that bought them. But you can call Snap-on and tell them that you don't remember who you bought it off of. There's no driver around. And they'll send you out, or they'll actually email you a shipping label. You send it to them. We actually warrantied out a few tools because I wanted to test the warranty a few months ago. And I want to say it took about 7 to 9 days total from the time we called them to send the tool, then to get a new tool back. So 7 to 9 days. Can you afford the wait? That's going to be all dependent on you. If you have a driver, obviously that driver may be able to warranty that tool for you. But with that being said, if that driver doesn't have that tool on the truck, man, he's got to order it just like everybody else. So I've had to wait a week. That's why we have backups. So sometimes when you get into specialty tools, you don't have a backup though, which sucks, because those are usually the tools that they don't have to warranty. But that's why that's kind of another reason why I like Harbor Freight. You know, if you want to spend, just for instance, don't buy that ball joint press from Harbor Freight. I didn't have good luck with it. I mean, you could buy it if you want, obviously, but if I have a good ball joint set and I break it and I have to wait a week, I can go buy the one at Harbor Freight, use it for $100. That's a little expensive for that thing, in my opinion. Mac Tools has one. It's expensive though, man, but it's lifetime guaranteed. Even the cups are guaranteed. So I want to say it's around $400 or $500, but something like that, man. If you're using something like that, that's something you should spend money on. If anybody knows any good ball joint press kits that are a good price, man, leave it in the comments for everybody. I'd like to know myself. GB said he did not have luck with Cobalt. You know, I've used some Cobalt tools at work that a coworker has, and he's used them for a couple years now, man, and they seem pretty good from what I've seen. Cherry Bomb is by Zepp. Yeah, you're right. It is by Zepp, bro. That stuff gets everything out, man. I use it on my hands, and I also use it under my fingernails to try to keep my hands clean. And I also wear gloves, and I've been doing pretty good keeping my hands clean because, you know, people complain in the videos, people complain about my hands being dirty. So I'll wear gloves, and they'll complain about me wearing gloves. Then I'll wear gloves, clean my hands, and do videos. Then they'll complain and say that my hands are too clean. So I don't know what you're supposed to do, man. I'm going to keep my hands clean, though, just to try to keep my house clean. Davian says you can get a big thing of TKO hand cleaner on Amazon for like $45. That's definitely worth it, man. That orange stuff they sell at AutoZone. I don't really like AutoZone, man. I feel like AutoZone's kind of like the fast food restaurant of car parts stores. I feel like that every time I go in there, I feel like they're always trying to upsell me something. And, you know, I get it. They're trying to make money, but I feel like they're taking advantage of people. You know, I go in there and get a headlight. You want some ball grease? No, I don't want no ball grease, man. I just want this headlight and to go on about my business. You know what I mean? But it's always something they're trying to upsell me. And I feel like that a lot of people would buy unnecessary stuff just because they think that those guys that work behind the counter know what they're talking about. And in my experience, most of the time, them guys have no clue what they're talking about. John Long says the Astro ball joint kit is robust as hell. I have to check that out, man. UB says he agrees about AutoZone. I've been trying to go to Napa, and O'Reilly's. I feel like O'Reilly's is better than AutoZone. It's just my opinion, man. You can take it how you want to take it, but like I said, I feel like they take advantage of people, man. They'll come in there. These people, I watch people come in there and they'll say, "Oh, my check engine light's on," and they'll go out there and read it. And they're like, "Oh, you know, you need a crankshaft sensor because you got a O2 sensor code or whatever." You know what I mean? I'm just using that example. I don't know, but they'll just say you need a part to fix that. And that's not the case, man. Just because your car's throwing a code of an O2 sensor does not mean you need an O2 sensor. It does not mean you need a crankshaft sensor, whatever. It just means that that's the code your car is throwing. And it could be anything. Anything could cause that faulty wiring. It could be something else on the same circuit that's causing your car to do something. But they'll try to say, "Oh, you need this part." And then they'll sell that part to people. And obviously those people, you know, are trusting that these guys know what they're talking about. And like I said, in my experience, a lot of them don't. Jimmy says he always falls for the muffler bearing upsell. Me too, man. It got me, man. Had the snap on for 15 years, no oblong on that hole yet. Are you talking about the ball joint press? You catch it, boost it. EK hatch boosted. Oh man, I think I know what that is. Notice any icon socket? Oh, okay, my bad. I see it now, bro. Let's see what you said here. Have you noticed on any icon sockets where you put the ratchet on the socket getting oblong holes? You talking about the drive part, or are you talking about on the actual socket part goes on the socket? As far as the drive part goes, man, they're soft, so they are indenting. I've got Craftsman sockets, man, that I've had for 8, 9 years, I want to say. Chrome sockets. Now, I don't use chrome sockets very much, but I did use those Craftsman sockets, and I've never once seen a Craftsman socket or any chrome socket for that matter do what those icon sockets did. And I wasn't even really, I didn't even really use them that long. A couple months is not that long, man. It's really not to be using those tools. And I could probably take one that I haven't even used, and I could probably replicate that damage in a matter of a day or two, maybe sooner, I don't know. But those sockets, definitely soft, man. It's almost like that when you have your impact sockets, those are meant to be softer. They're under tremendous force with the impacting motion, so they are going to give a little more. And it's almost like those chrome sockets are of the same material or made the same way, heat treated the same way, however they make the impact sockets. It's almost like those chrome sockets are impact sockets. Now, I want to see the Icon impact sockets because the Pittsburgh impact sockets are pretty good, man. For, $20, man. I've had that set for 3 years, I think, and my buddy's had his set for 5, 6 years. I've never broke one. He's broke one, he said. I've never broke a single one. So I want to see if the Icon is even a step up and if I can even justify spending the extra money when I know that those Pittsburgh impact sockets are that good. I also want to see the Icon screwdrivers. James Luke says Zep 40 is, in his opinion, the best penetration lube break-free he's ever used. Takes very little turn, lasts a while. Downfall is somewhat expensive. It can be hard to find. I don't think I've ever used it, man. Never have. Thanks for that information, though. Joey wants to know if anyone's used the OTC ball joint press. I like OTC. I own quite a bit of their tools, so I would imagine if anybody knows, let me know, because I would have to assume that it would be pretty decent, but I can't say that because I don't know. Peter Doty said he was in Lowe's today. Sad to see Craftsman made in China when he turned it over. I was just talking about that, Peter, and Craftsman, Stanley Black & Decker, they just broke ground on a new plant in Texas. And I'm actually going to do a video about Craftsman here in the next couple of days with some information. I've reached out to Craftsman to ask them, but they act like they don't care, dude. Like, they don't even tell you no. They don't even say we don't know. They just don't answer you. Or if they do answer you, it takes 3 or 4 days to answer. That's a mistake. It's a mistake. BG Enforce is the best penetration oil, Davian says. Yeah, Norm, they have. They're going to be, like I said, I think it's supposed to open in 2020, and they will be making some tools here in the U.S. for sure. I'm glad to see that. I really am. I think they need to work. After my experience with Craftsman through Sears over the years, it's deteriorated so bad that I feel like that in order for them to win back some people like me, like I would love to be won back, they need to really go above and beyond with their tools and especially with their customer service, because after experiencing what I've experienced with the Sears Craftsman customer service, if I start to see any inkling of that with Stanley Black & Decker, like me reaching out to Craftsman, and then them not answering me for 3 days over a simple question, or them not answering me at all, that is not good, man. It's not good for me, and I don't think it'll be good for them. John Long says, mass airflow sensor code can mean that your idle air control valve is shot. In the 60s and 70s, Sears had a great thing. It's died out since then. Heck, man, when I first started messing around in the 90s, I used to go to Sears, and it was pretty good back then. You know, I really enjoyed going to Sears. I really enjoyed buying their tools. I felt like it was an experience. And then over time, man, it just became a, you know, like they're trying to sell junk tools, relying off their name to, you know, Grandpa Joe for his garage, and hoping that Grandpa Joe don't use those tools very much. And I feel like that's the direction they went in. Michael Patrick says he has the OTC ball joint kit, and it is awesome. Made in the USA. Thanks for that info, man. Paul Weber says he's late to the party, had a 14-hour day, but listening on my phone on the way home. Glad you're listening, Paul. Appreciate you, man. It's a heck of a long day, man. Luxury Drift, your boy is back. Good final thoughts on the Icon. Just a few hiccups on the Icon tool. Doesn't mean they're all bad. Hopefully they get it fixed. I agree with you, man. I don't think that I still like what they're doing. I still want Icon to succeed. But they do have some things to fix, which is fine as long as they fix those things. Now, this is the thing, man. This is the thing with the Icon. When you come out, as Harbor Freight did, they're touting these tools as professional tools. They're comparing these tools to Snap-on, a known name, a trusted name that has a lot of fans and that makes good quality tools. So when you come out, and I understand why they market at Snap-on, but when you come out and you market your tools like that, they better be good. You know what I mean? They better be good. You know, work your way up. Start off, maybe not go after Snap-on off the bat. Go after, you know, something smaller, Gear Wrench, Tekton. Maybe go after them first and then go up to Snap-on. But they went big. So it's either go big or go home, I guess. And I honestly feel like that they, you know, overall, they're obviously smarter than I am. They obviously know more about marketing than I do. But I feel like overall, it'll probably be good for them in the long run if they make these tools good. Because as I said, the people they're going after, man, you can't trick these people. You're not going to be able to throw some flashy tools to a couple YouTubers and those YouTubers make some videos, and then a bunch of professionals go out and buy these tools and just not know if they're good or not. If you're gonna talk the talk, then you got to walk the walk. So hopefully they do. James Luke says he watched a YouTube video of the new TX Lot Texas location. There won't be much skilled labor force. It'll be highly automated. It will be cover a large area, but only employ some 500 people. You know, that's a lot of those manufacturing warehouses or things like that, man. They don't have a lot of people in them, but 500 people, that's a respectable amount. And the fact that they're going to be building them here, I think is good. And I do want them to build them here, but it doesn't necessarily mean what I think a lot of people thinks it means. Yeah, they're built here, but as we see with the DeWalt's, made in America with global parts, which is fine. You know, that's fine. You can't just have everything made in America. It's not going to work out like that, because the price we pay, if we had to pay for all American made things, the wages that we're paid hourly just wouldn't add up, man. You have to be able to mix it up. So I'm not mad about the whole made in the USA with global parts things. That's just the way it is, man. Peter Doty said Harbor Freight is doing great, especially since he drives by it every day. You know, actually, the closest Harbor Freight to me is like 40 minutes away, man. I wish they would put one up the street here. I really do. And this is a pretty decent sized town. There's a lot of, this is a big industrial area. So I don't know why they don't have one. Yeah, I agree too, man. It is kind of like David versus Goliath. And, you know, I'm the type of guy, man. And, you know, maybe this is like a character defect, but I'm the kind of guy that likes the underdog, man. I'm the kind of guy that if I see a bunch of people, you know, if I feel like they're talking bad, if a group of people's bunching up, talking bad about a person or a thing, I want to step in for that person. I want to, you know, defend them. I'm rooting for that person. So I kind of feel that way with Harbor Freight now, especially after everything that's happened. It kind of makes me want to root for them more. GB says he prefers made in Japan to made in China. You know, all made in China tools are not created equal, man. China can make some good tools. You know, just look at Milwaukee. China can make some good tools. It's just going to depend on where they get them from. You know, just like in America, you know, if you look at 10 framers, say for instance, and you want to hire one of those to build your house, you can't just pick one and just think, oh yeah, they're made in USA carpenters, they're going to all be good. No, you're going to have a good, you know, good, better, best, kind of like Harbor Freight had. But you can't just, you know, not just because something's made in America doesn't mean it's good. And just because something's made in China doesn't mean it's bad necessarily, in my opinion. Bubba says he likes when you read made in China, designed in America, like the made in America is supposed to influence me, you know. Oh, it doesn't say that. I thought that said something, but it doesn't. Now, I've seen tools like on a tool truck where it'll say like made in China to Matco specifications. Like, okay, like, am I supposed to be comfortable because it's made to your specifications? You know, but like I said, I've seen some good quality come out of China. I mean, you can look at Milwaukee cordless tools. They're arguably the best cordless tools on the market. They're the most innovative cordless tool manufacturer on the market, arguably, obviously. I'm not saying this definitely, but they're made in China, man. So everything made in China is not bad. Greg says, loves the channel, loves the reviews. You're down to earth. Keep it up. Videos are awesome. I appreciate that, man. I try to be down to earth. I try to, you know, talk to everybody with respect, and I try to, you know, be as cool as I possibly can. So I appreciate that. All right, Davian, man, take it easy, brother. I like Davian, dude. Davian's a pretty good guy. GB's here to stay for sure. Appreciate that, bro. The Icon Ratchet Box say that. They do say that, bro. And, you know, and that's why they say stuff like that. He's talking about, they say, like, designed in California and by Harbor Freight, made in China. And a lot of these companies do that, man. And that's because when people see made in China, they think garbage. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. When I see made in China, you know, you automatically think garbage. But over time, you learn. Like I was just saying, all tools made in China aren't bad. It's just going to depend. Like, for instance, with the Pittsburgh wrenches. If you see my wrench video, dude, I broke that Pittsburgh wrench pretty easy and pretty quick. It's made in China. But there are some good made in China tools, but you can tell, man. You know when a tool's cheap or not. If you're paying $15, $20 for a set of 15 or 20 wrenches, then you already know, man. You know those tools are cheap. So the old thing, you get what you pay for, is true, man. But like I said, I try to find a middle ground, man. I don't want to spend $405 on a set of wrenches if I can find a set for $90 that is as good as them dollar for dollar. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they're the same quality, because those Icon wrenches are not as good of a quality as the Snap-on wrenches. But those Icon wrenches are not $405 either. So dollar for dollar, I feel like that you can make more money, you can recover your investment faster, and they'll work just as good as your Snap-on wrenches will. Just my opinion, man. If you own Snap-on wrenches, I own Snap-on wrenches. I like Snap-on wrenches. So if you own them, dude, then you've already spent your money. So you don't, whether you are thinking about Icon or not at this point is not important unless you're looking for a backup set. But once you spent $405 on a set of wrenches, and then you're watching a video about wrenches, you're either watching that to try to justify what you spent or just for fun, you know what I mean? But I feel like a lot of guys that own the wrenches already, when I say like, okay, Icon wrenches are good, and they're like, you don't know what you're talking about. Snap-on wrenches are the best. Yeah, they are the best, dude. But they're $405. And if you already own those wrenches, you obviously want to justify the money you spent. You don't need to justify that to me. I'm just trying to help somebody that maybe, is about to buy a set of wrenches, and they're like, dude, should I spend this $405 or should I spend $100? And like I said, if you want my opinion, dude, spend the $100. I'm not saying buy Icon, but spend lesser money, especially at first, dude. If later on down the road, if you get more mature, if you have money and you think, I want this good set, which I understand, because that's how it is. Once you work for so long and you've been looking up to people and you've got some junk tools, you want to start getting good tools, and you want to start feeling like you're part of the club. You want to start feeling like you're, a real mechanic or whatever. And I'm not saying everybody feels like this. I'm just speaking generally. So you spend that money on those. And if you choose to do that, man, there ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. It's your money. You work for it. I don't care what you spend your money on. If you work for your money, then spend it on whatever you want, dude. Hey, Norm, I appreciate that, bro. You have a good Monday night, man. EK Hatch Boozer said, hey, man, just wanted to say thanks for answering my question. Appreciate it. Be looking forward to more reviews of these tools. I appreciate you, bro. I try to answer everybody's question. If you don't follow me on Instagram, My Redemption Garage, Facebook, Redemption Garage, Twitter, Redemption Garage, my email, myredemptiongarage@gmail.com. You can get a hold of me on there too, man. So go follow. You should go follow me on there anyway, and like a couple of my pictures or something. James Luke says, made in Taiwan versus made in China. On the Norm, I'll take the Taiwan, because China, the difference, bro, is the chrome vanadium. It's the way they produce this chrome vanadium. It's the type of metal they use. Tool metal is recycled metal, majority of the time that I know of. If it's not all the time, then I don't know. But what I know of tool metal is recycled metal. And the processes that they make this chrome vanadium is different. The heat treating is different. So now when they make these tools, they have to make sure that this metal is like completely, pure, no impurities whatsoever. They have to go through, their heat treatment process. They forge it, they stamp it, they do everything. And they're obviously looking to skimp corners. There's a reason that a wrench costs, one wrench, will say that one wrench costs $40 and one wrench costs, 50 cents. There's a reason for that. And it's not just because one says Snap-on and one says Pittsburgh. While that is, a factor in the pricing, that's not the only reason, man. There's a reason they can charge 50 cents for that wrench. And it's because it's junk. It's because they're, skimping corners. It's because the metal they got is not as good. It's because they're either not heat treating it right. They're, skimping any way they can. So there is a reason now. It's not just because of the name, even though that is part of it, like I said. AG Tech 45 said that's true. He used lower quality wrenches for the first 20 years of working, then bought his Snap-on. And, you know, there ain't nothing wrong with that, dude. Like, you can get by, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you can get by even using Pittsburgh, man. I've used Pittsburgh a lot, and I broke a lot of Pittsburghs as well. But if you got backups, I mean, if you don't have the drawer space, you know, that's one thing. But if you got a couple 13 millimeter, you know, wrenches, then you break one of them, you just break out the other one. Now, if you get to the point where you break all of them, obviously you're screwed. But that's why we have backups. You can get by using these cheaper wrenches. With that being said, I don't think if you're working professionally, I don't think you should skimp out that low, you know, to where you're buying 50-cent wrenches. You should, at some point, try to invest at least middle way. And that's why I say, like, I'm trying to find something that's in the middle. I'm trying to find something that's not $400, but something that's not dollar for dollar, the best tool. And that's really the whole point of this channel. It's been the whole point of this channel. Every time I reviewed something, this is what I don't like. And this is my problem I've had with Harbor Freight in the past. Because before Harbor Freight sent me these tools, if you go back to my older videos, while they're not very good, while, you know, I was learning and I'm still learning, they're still not the greatest, you know, I'm just learning as I go along. But if you go back to my older videos, man, I've always said, like, especially when it comes to the Hercules, like, they're decent, but they're not professional quality, man. If you're going to call something professional quality, then in my opinion, it better be professional quality. And that's why I say, like with the Icon, I like what they're doing. I like where they're going. But when you come out and you're going head to head, grabbing the king of tools, you know, by the horns, you better be able to, you know, walk the walk, as I said. And hopefully they did have some hiccups, but hopefully they keep trying. And hopefully they do eventually. And I believe they will. I really do. Like, I think the way they're going, like they just added the Bessie flag at Harbor Freight, because I've always went there and I was like, I would never buy, and if you have, I'm not dogging you, but me personally, I would never buy an American flag made in China. You know, that's just, you know, me personally, I would not buy one. And they just started selling one for $20. I'll spend that $20. I spent $50 on this one. I'll spend good money on a flag, but I'm not going to buy a made in China flag. That's just something I feel like I shouldn't do. And if you do that, or if you have did that, and there ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. We're all free to do what we want. I'm just saying that's my opinion. Joe Smith, what's up, brother? I like Joe Smith. $9,400, of course, said, why such low quality? Are you talking about the video, bro, and the audio? Are you talking to me? If you're talking about the video and the audio, it is low quality, bro. This is the third time I've went live, and I've ordered it. I'm waiting on it, but it's a thing I have to hook into my laptop to be able to run my camera through that to get to this, to be able to broadcast it to you. Otherwise, I have to use this webcam, and I'm trying to use this microphone. I don't know if the audio is any better or not, but I'll play it back and listen. But the quality will get better, man. It's going to be, you know, I'm not going to skimp out on quality. I'm going to buy the best I can afford. I don't make a bunch of money from this, you know what I mean? But I've spent, you know, I've got about $5,000-$6,000 tied up just in the camera and microphone for this. So it is expensive. And then I don't even own, like, it's not even like the best of the best, you know. I actually want to buy something better. The ultimate thing that you can have for recording videos is what they call a RED. But man, it's like $10,000 just for the camera. No lenses, no anything. You're probably looking at about $20,000 just to, you know, if you want to have really high quality stuff. I don't need nothing like that, but I would like to have a good middle ground. You know what I mean? I look for that everything, man. Everything. What's up, Bo Freak? Rust Belt, what's up, brother? Me and Rust Belt, man, I was just talking to my buddy earlier, Rust Belt, about him coming up with me whenever I take this toolbox up. So if you're still interested, man, I'd like to try to set that up in the next couple weeks. Go up there and you can take a look at this. And because I want him to, tape some of the stuff, and that way you and I can interact a little better if I have somebody there with me and somebody to help me load this up and unload it and do everything. So hopefully in the next couple weeks, if you're interested, man, I'm going to message you on Instagram. Rich says, just doing what you are is great. Really enjoy you doing this. I appreciate it, man. Oh, here we go. Rust Belt done went to SEMA. Man, look, yeah, it was going to be after that anyway, but I'm glad you got to go, bro. But I actually planned on going, man, and I was going to go. But at the time, man, everything just came in, and I'm like, maybe next year. I'm hoping next year, man. I hope you enjoy yourself, man. I have to have somebody there. I'll probably have to take my girlfriend with me when I go, because I have to have somebody there to kind of keep me in check, man. Because if I get somewhere like that, there's no telling what I'll end up doing, man. For real. On his way now. James Luke says he likes it. Icon was fast with 3/8 flex head ratchet recall. Remembers, you know what, man? They was really fast with that. They pulled those off ASAP, and they're the way they're handling that, man, I think is pretty good. If you bought one, you return it, get another ratchet, and they're going to give you the 3/8 ratchet back. So, that's pretty good. They're owning it. They're stepping up. They're trying. That's all you can ask for. So it's not like they are, middle ground expensive, but it's not like even if you did buy it to where like $40 is going to like put you in the poorhouse. So if you bought it and you don't like it, then you can either return it, get your money back, or get you a 2-for-1 or whatever you want to do with it. I'm not going to take the ones that I got, the 2 that I got are broke. I feel like since they sent them to me, man, I'm not going to go warranty them or anything. So I don't know. But I feel like since they sent them to me, I'm not going to I feel like I'd be cheating them to go up there and warranty it. So it'll probably just sit in the toolbox. Rust Belt has 3 live streams and giveaways on his channel this week. If you guys don't subscribe to Rust Belt, which I'm sure most of you guys do, go check him out, man. He's a really good guy, man. He knows what he's talking about. He's smart. He's a great guy, dude. He's one of my favorite YouTube channels. So go over there and check him out. Free giveaways, live streams. He had Vampire Tools on last night on his live stream. So he said he's going to be doing a weekly thing like that where he's got some of these guys representing some of these tool companies to be on his live streams, which I think is a great idea. He's a really great guy. Joe Smith said only 22 likes. Y'all hit that like button for Joe Smith. You guys want to hear some music real quick? I got to run to the bathroom. If you want to hear some music, let me know. If you don't, then if you want to chat in the comments for a couple minutes. Jimmy says he'll check out Rust Belt tonight, man. You won't be disappointed, bro. I like the guy. He's a really good guy. He's close to my house. We're going to be doing a video together. Hopefully he's cool with that, and hopefully we can check this box out together. He's got some Snap-on boxes that we can compare it to, and hopefully I can make a video. Maybe he can make a video or whatever he wants to do, but regardless, he's a great guy, so go check him out. Ain't no problem, Rust Belt. You're a good guy, man. All right, guys, I gotta go to the bathroom. Just talk in the comments for a few minutes. I'll be right back. All right, let's see what I missed. My bad, guys. GB's cousin lives in Ohio. Where's he live at in Ohio? Joe Smith says we got 30. We're looking for 35. Can you get 35? Talking about likes. There is a lot of us in Ohio. You know, I want to move, actually, man. Like, eventually, I do want to move. I don't know where, but I've been here my whole life. So I've lived in Tennessee. I've lived in Kentucky. I've lived in Indiana. But majority's been in Ohio. I like Tennessee, but there's no work down there. Really, I mean, it's all, you know, people that know each other, family members. So if you're down there looking for work, it's kind of hard, especially finding any good paying jobs. GB from Elucid, how you pronounce Elucid, Ohio? Am I pronouncing that right? Where's that at? Ohio's big, man. It's a big state. Luxury, I appreciate you coming back, dude. He's going to eat some gumbo. I ain't had gumbo in a while, man. I hope it's good, brother. Have a good night. Where's it at? Is it GB? Is it up by Cleveland? 33, looking for 35, almost there. Greg Gemmerling said, come to Iowa. I've never been to Iowa, man. You know what I would really like to do, though? I would really love to someday. I'm real big into like the Old West, and I'd like to go and start from here. Now, there's actually like a thing online to where like it's, you know, a path you can go to visit all these towns, and like starting in Deadwood. I don't know if you guys ever watched that Deadwood show on HBO, but it's a pretty good show, and I'd like to go there and work my way around and go to a lot of them Old West towns. I think it'd be fun. Cuyahoga County, that's by Cleveland. Colorado is nothing but awesome. Ain't that where they got the legalized weed at? Colorado. Deadwood series was awesome. It was awesome, dude. I mean, it's not, I looked it up. It's not really historically accurate, but it was a good series, dude. It really was. I still watch it to this day. I mean, not constantly, but I'll catch myself going back through and watching it because there's only 3 seasons of it. I'll just, once I start on something, like I'm watching Trailer Park Boys again. It's a goofy show. It's, you know, you got to have a goofy sense of humor to like it, but I do have a goofy sense of humor. So I do watch it. All right, Rust Belt, he's off on his next flight, man. Thanks for stopping by, bro, man. I hope you have fun at SEMA, man, and I hope we hook up here real soon. He said, yeah, we smoke down over here. Talking about Colorado with the legalized weed. Like I said, guys, Rust Belt Mechanic, man, he's right down in the comments. Go to his channel, subscribe to him, dude. I mean, he's a really good guy, man. Really good guy. That's all you can ask for. To me, in a person, I don't care what particular tool you like or anything. I just care about if you're a good guy or not. And he is a great guy, man. He knows what he's talking about with tools. The guys that, you know, he's a professional mechanic. He works in the shop. He knows what he's talking about. Check him out, man. I've been watching him for a while now. He's grown pretty good. Rich is in Tampa, Florida. There's a ton of work to be found. You know what? I went to Florida when I was like 19, and I was young and dumb, and me and a couple of my buddies, we decided, man, we're going to quit our jobs, go to Florida, and move to Florida. So we quit our jobs, took our last paycheck, drove down to Florida, 3 of us, big guys. I'm 6'3", 230. They was all 6 foot plus, 230, 240, 250, big guys with 3 big trash bags full of clothes. Jumped in a Geo Metro, 1991, I believe it was, Geo Metro. Drove down to Florida. It cost us $30 in gas. We get down there, and like I said, I was like, you know what? I'm going to find a job down here. I'm going to live down here. I'm staying. And I remember the first day I was there, we went down to the beach, and I seen this old homeless guy sleeping on the beach with no shirt on. And the first thing I thought about was like, man, maybe when he was 19, he was like, you know what, screw it, I'm moving to Florida and quit my job. And then now I look down, I was like, I better go back where I got family. So I didn't end up staying, man, but it was a good time. We stayed for like a week, partied down, had some fun, young and dumb, came back, found another job immediately. Back then, man, I was 19, I was working framing houses. And I started off roofing, then went to framing houses and worked framing houses for a few years, which I really enjoyed doing, but it's hard on the body. And I was young, so it didn't really bother me. But over time, it would have took a toll. I mean, anything's going to take a toll, manual labor, over time. So you got to take care of yourself, keep yourself in good shape. Even when you're working, man, like I try to still work out a little bit when I can. I need to work out more, but it's framing houses. And you could back then, I was telling my girlfriend about this. We seen it because you don't see much new building now, but back then there was new building everywhere. This was before the housing flop. So you could just, if you didn't like working for this guy, I remember I could quit, pick up my tool belt, walk across the street, go over there and say, hey man, you looking for help? You can tell me what you'll pay me by the end of the day. And they say, get to work. And it was that easy, constantly, always work. It's not so simple now. Felix, I like Felix. Joe Smith still lobbying for likes, y'all. 36, looking for 40. Man, Joe's a good guy. Perfect car for a road trip. How'd y'all fit? Man, I don't know how we fit because, I mean, we're three big guys. And with all those trash bags of clothes was all in the hatch. We stopped and bought some groceries. We had a cooler with beer, groceries in it. I don't know how, now I might have been a little uncomfortable, but back then, it was the time of my life. We're doing good, Felix, man. I'm glad you came by, bro. James Luke said his buddy loves his many Geo Metros. He put Mercedes badges on all of them. Thanks, Felix. I appreciate you, bro. Any of you guys plan on getting anything for Christmas? Any big purchases? Or are you waiting to see some sales? Or what y'all planning on doing for Christmas? Buying yourself anything? I'm thinking about actually, I'm gonna buy this year. I haven't decided. I either want to go ahead and buy my 1/2 inch and 3/8 impact Milwaukee M12s, or I may just go ahead and replace this bad boy, my DeWalt Impact. That's a good impact, man. I've had it for a few years now. There ain't many bolts. I've only met one bolt that thing couldn't take off, and I put a little heat on it and it came right off. But that's a pretty bad impact. But I'm switching from from DeWalt, except for my 60-volt stuff. I'm staying with DeWalt. But I'm going to switch to Milwaukee. I'm going to buy the 1/2 inch impact, the M12 1/2 inch and 3/8 impact. So I haven't decided yet what I'm going to buy, but if I can find a good enough deal, I may just buy all of them this season, or I may just buy one. So I am on the lookout for some good Milwaukee deals. B Hex in 2 weeks said, go to Texas and teach Scotty Kilmer how to fix cars. I watch Scotty. He's an acquired taste, man. I'm not saying anything bad about the guy, but he's an acquired taste. I have tried to watch him a few times. Now, this guy actually used to work for a news station talking about cars and stuff. So he's got a lot of experience in broadcasting and making videos. And I mean, he's obviously doing, something way better than me to have over 1 million subs. And here I am in my lowly under 13,000. So granted, he has been doing it a lot longer than me. I'm coming up on a year doing this straight in a couple months. I was hoping I'd like to hit 15,000 in my first year. Now, granted, I did take about 3 months where I only made a couple videos because of personal and health problems. So I feel like maybe I could have hit that 15,000, but I don't know at this point if I'm going to hit it. I would love to be able to hit it. So if you guys want to help me out, share my videos and tell your friends or whatever, that'd be great, man. I'd love to hit the 15,000. What do you guys think about the Earthquake XT cordless ratchets? Anybody have that? Because I'm thinking about going and buying that tomorrow and maybe comparing it to my Milwaukee, if you guys will be interested in that. Widget said, Merry Christmas to me. Merry Christmas to you, brother. I do have a Harbor Freight hat. When I first started talking to Harbor Freight, it's that one hat with the 1,000 across it. When I first started talking to Harbor Freight, man, it was funny because the lady I was talking to, she was like, I sent you out a couple things. And I was like, oh, well, you didn't have to do that. You know, I appreciate it, though. And I was telling my buddy, and I was like, I don't know what they're sending. You know, I was like, it's probably a I love Harbor Freight bumper sticker. And I opened it up, bro, and it was the 1,000 hat for their 1,000 stores that was open. And it was 2 I Heart Harbor Freight bumper stickers. You know, I appreciate the thought. I'm not complaining at all, but I just thought it was funny that I called that. And I would never put something like that on my car. I wouldn't, and it has nothing to do with not liking Harbor Freight. It's just, it's not my style. You know what I mean? Brad's Workbench is here. What's up, Brad? I like Brad. He's another good guy, man. Joe Smith still lobbying for them likes, man. Trying to get them up to 40. Brad's got to take off, man. Thanks for stopping by, though, Brad. It means a lot, man. I appreciate you. Herstyler said he's had it. It's not very impressive. If there was anything I liked about the Earthquake electric ratchet is how long and how slim it is. Now, from what I can see about that Earthquake, man, the speed of it and the time it takes the battery to charge may be an issue. I thought about, you know, trying it out. I mean, for $99, you're getting the 2 amp hour battery, the charger, and the ratchet for $99. That's not bad, man. So I thought about maybe if people was interested in it, I may go pick it up. Or if not, tell me something else, man. And when I go to Harbor Freight, I'll definitely check it out because there is a few things I want to do reviews on. But you guys can always, if you don't follow me on Facebook, Redemption Garage, Instagram, My Redemption Garage, Twitter, Redemption Garage, or email myredemptiongarage@gmail.com. If you guys ever have any questions, comments, suggestions, anything I can do better, any way I can try to help you, then shoot me an email, message me on there on any of the social media accounts. There was a guy a few months ago, a month ago, something. Somebody stole, and I'm not saying I'm not going to try to, like, you know, have a bunch of fundraisers for people because you got to watch out for stuff like that. But this guy messaged me and somebody stole this kid who's at his work's tools. So he did a little GoFundMe and I helped him out and, you know, put it out there, and we raised enough money to get this kid a tool cart and some tools. So I was happy about that. Now, I'm not saying write me and ask me for some money because I don't have any money. You know, I'm working just like everybody else. But if you need help, it's legitimate and I can help you, I'll try. I don't mind to help any man that's, you know, trying to help himself. Joe Smith, we hit 40 likes, man. Appreciate you, Joe. R. Devers, man. I like R. Devers. He's stopping by. He's about to head to bed, man. I appreciate you stopping by. I really do, man. Greg Blau said the Bear posted Home Depot's Black Friday ad. I think the Husky ratchet was $69 with a charger. I haven't seen the Black Friday Home Depot. The last I checked, it's not available. Last I checked, it won't be released till the 21st of this month. Now, there is some pre-Black Friday deals out, but if there is one, I'll try to find some good deals too and make a video for you guys. Clayton said he just finished with my final thoughts video. What's your final thoughts, Clayton? You know, Dallas said that if Harbor Freight would expand the Earthquake XT cordless line, it may be more appealing to people. I've done a video, 5 reasons not to buy a cordless tool from Harbor Freight. One of the big reasons not to buy a cordless tool from Harbor Freight, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with it if you own cordless tools from Harbor Freight, is that they don't offer enough tools. Just because and I understand it's expensive. I understand that. But Milwaukee, DeWalt, everybody, they're making money. Harbor Freight's making money. They're making a lot of money. Harbor Freight is a big company. Now, they're spreading themselves so thin. I get it. But Milwaukee is constantly releasing new tools. And Harbor Freight is coming out with some new Hercules tools. I don't know how good they're going to be, but we'll find out. But when it comes to your Earthquake XT tools, you need to offer some tools. You need to offer some tools that people's going to want to jump into that platform, and they're going to have to be at a good price. You're going to have to try to sway me off of Milwaukee onto something from Harbor Freight, and it's not going to be easy to do. So you're either going to have to offer such an unbelievable price that I don't have any choice, but I'm going to give you a shot. Or you're going to have such a big selection, or your quality is so good that I'm willing to take that leap to get somebody off of DeWalt, Milwaukee, whatever. That's a tall task, and I don't know if they can do it. But if they want to do it, they're going to have to offer some tools, man. You can't just offer a 1/2-inch impact, a 3/8 impact, a ratchet, and a cordless polisher. You know what I mean? Like, what, a polisher, man? You couldn't have made something else. You couldn't have made a grinder, a sawzall. You couldn't have made, why? What? I don't understand it. Now, I mean, they should have it. I'm not saying they shouldn't offer it, but there's a lot of other tools they could have put in that line. And like I said, with the whole name thing, it's too confusing. You got too much going on. You got Hercules, supposed to be your professional cordless line, but yet they don't offer any 1/2-inch impact, 3/8 impact, anything. But then you got Earthquake XT, supposed to be your professional mechanics cordless line, I guess. But you don't offer, no sawzall, no grinder, no anything. So you have to have Hercules batteries, Earthquake XT batteries, Bauer batteries. There's too much going on. Cut it all out, make one or two, invest everything into those one or two. If they want, in my opinion, I would make it Icon. You're trying to make your professional tool line Icon. Make professional cordless tools, air tools, Icon. Cut out all the Chief and all the other stuff. Make it one name. If you want to have a second down name, okay, make that one name. If you want to have a third down name, make that one name. But combine everything. You got too much going on. And I think that's why they can't offer enough, because they got so much going on that they're spread thin, man. Just my opinion. Like I said, they obviously are smarter than I am, but Rich said Milwaukee has him sold. He's been converted. I've been converting to him too, bro. And I like DeWalt. I've always liked DeWalt, but Milwaukee seems to be more geared towards a mechanic. And they're constantly innovating, man. They're constantly coming out with new stuff. They're constantly expanding. They're constantly getting better. And I don't feel like anybody else at this time, I don't feel like anybody else is doing half of what they're doing. Felix said he agrees with me. I just don't see the need for it. I don't see the need for having 30 different names. I don't see it, man. Just make you a tool line, stick with that tool line. I don't understand it. Joe Smith trying to get up to 45. Get them together. Matt says sometimes he liked my opinion on the 2 packs of corded angle grinders that Lowe's and Home Depot sells. The DeWalt 99, Ridgit 79. Man, I don't know where it's at, but I own a Milwaukee 4.5-inch grinder. I've owned that for about 4 years now, dude. And I'll tell you what, I beat that thing. It's jerked out of my hand, went flying, where I've seen other grinders break. That's a good grinder. As far as the DeWalt grinder goes, my buddy owns, I own the cordless DeWalt grinder, obviously, but My buddy owns the DeWalt grinder. He's had it for 5 years, I think, and he's beat it up. So they seem to be pretty good. As far as what was the other one, Rigid, I don't know, man. I don't know how Rigid corded tools work, but man, with that lifetime warranty on Rigid, I'd really like to see Rigid expand. I'd really like to try Rigid out. I'd like to get in the door with Rigid. The thing about cordless tools is that once you invest in a battery line, man, you kind of want to stick with that line. You don't want to have 3 or 4 chargers in your drawer. You want to have one charger, one battery system. You want to be able to buy bare tools for that tool, so you don't have to spend money on a kit, which is another thing. Like Hercules, now you can buy the bare tool. And another thing about Hercules is their batteries are priced pretty good. So that is one good draw to Hercules. But I still feel like their tools are a little too expensive. With that being said, if I'm in a corded line, I want to stay in that corded line, or cordless line, I'm sorry. If I'm in that cordless line, I want to stay in that cordless line. And I don't want to have to buy any other type of tool. Like, say, for instance, if I'm in Milwaukee, that's why I like Milwaukee, because I can buy anything and I don't have to switch battery platforms. So that's one thing I say about the Harbor Freight cordless tools. If you're a real professional, if you're really working out there, you're going to need a bunch of different types of tools. So I don't want to have to say, I like Hercules, man, so I'm going to buy this drill. I'm going to buy this impact driver and now this sawzall, but then I need a grinder. So Hercules doesn't have a grinder. So now I have to go buy a whole new battery system to get a grinder. I don't want to have to do that. So, they may be able to make some sales, but if they're serious, if they really want a professional to use them tools, like I said, they have to give you some sort of incentive to come over there. If you have to lose money, then you're going to have to lose money to get people over there, because to get people to take you serious is not easy. We did it. Joe Smith. Good night, Joe. I appreciate you, bro. The corded Bauer grinder, bro, the cordless Bauer grinder. I'm going to do a video on that. I don't want to say too much about it, but if that's what you're talking about, the grinder, lineman 5813. Is the cordless, man, I'll be honest with you. Matt asked me about that cordless DeWalt grinder, man. That's a bad grinder, dude. That's the best grinder that I used. The batteries last forever. It is powerful, man. It's never bogged down once. And yeah, I definitely recommend, man, if you got the money to spend money on that, if you're in the DeWalt platform. Milwaukee grinder, I don't really know, dude. I haven't used that. I've used it like once, I think. So this year, I'm actually going to buy that Milwaukee grinder because I want to see how good it does up against this DeWalt. And I believe at Home Depot right now, maybe not right now, but it was just recently, so I'm going to wait for some type of deal before I get it again. But I believe that it was like $179 for the grinder, bare tool, but you got a 5 amp hour battery with it. I've already got Milwaukee chargers, so I'm good there, which is another thing, like I say, about getting into a cordless line. I've already got the chargers, dude. I don't want a bunch of chargers laying around, and I don't want a bunch of different types of batteries laying around. So I want to try to keep it, as compact as possible and have a tool line that's as versatile as possible. And I'm not dogging. I hope nobody's thinking I'm dogging Harbor Freight's cordless tools, because I'm not dogging anything. I'm just trying to give ideas out and giving my opinion. And maybe, I would like to see Harbor Freight succeed. So, if my ideas are any good, hopefully they'll take them into account. And obviously I feel like my ideas are good. I obviously feel like I know what I'm talking about. I obviously feel like that I can speak for what a lot of people need. Do I know everything? No, I don't know everything, but I'm willing to admit that. And I'm also willing to learn, and I'm always open to new ideas, and, you know, I'm open to everyone. So that's another thing I said, like, if you have any suggestions about anything I do to make me better, if you can be respectful to me, then let me know, because I really like to know. Greg Gamberling said the Milwaukee grinder with the rapid stop is amazing. Best cordless grinder he's used so far. You know, that's like the same thing with the DeWalt. It's got the kickback brake system, and it, you know, that's one thing I like about it. If it ever bogs down, it will stop, and it does stop. And we'll see. We'll see when I'm going to do this Bauer video soon. I actually did the Bauer video, dude, but my memory card got corrupted. It's happened twice to me, because I'll shoot like a number of videos. Like, I'll come out here for one day, like on Saturday, and I'll try to shoot like 4 or 5 videos if I can. The majority of my time doing these is in editing, just like my Chuck Norris of Tools. I didn't come up with that name, somebody else did, but the video I did, the little spoof video I did, I think it was like, I can't remember how long it was. It wasn't very long, 10, 12 minutes. I came out here, got everything set up. It took me like 45 minutes to tape everything, get everything set up, you know, because obviously I'm cutting stuff out and everything else, get everything back in the house. But then it took me about 3.5, 4 hours to edit it. And then after editing it, I have to render the video to a video. Then I have to upload it to YouTube, which takes, it took me a total of about 7 to 8 hours to do the one video. So the majority of my time isn't in doing videos, it's in editing the video. So what I'll come out here and do is, like, one day I'll shoot 4 or 5 videos if I have 4 or 5 ideas, because sometimes it's hard to come up with ideas, which is why I said, like, if you have any suggestions, let me know. I have plenty of ideas right now, but there has been times where I've, you know, drawn a blank. But I'll come out and shoot 4 or 5 videos, and then I'll edit them later. Now, in doing that, when I have it all on one memory card, if something bad happens, like the memory card corrupting, then I just wasted that whole day, which has happened to me twice, which sucks. That's another reason why I want a better camera, because the Sony 7 or the Sony a7 III, which is the camera I want, it's only $2,000 for the camera. You got to buy lenses with it. But the lenses I have will work for it, but I need to buy a different lens if I'm going to buy that camera. But the good thing about that camera is it has dual SD card slots. So I can record on 2 cards. So just in case something like that were to happen, I'm backed up. You can't do that on the camera I have, which sucks. We just said we need to see some good versus bids for the best bang for power inverters. I wouldn't mind doing something like that, man. I'd like to try some out. But it's expensive, man. This stuff's expensive. You know, like I said, I've invested this money. Then I'm investing my time. Then if I want to do something like that or do tool videos, if I don't already have the tools, dude, I have to buy them. You know, yeah, Icon sent me out a few tools, but man, I've done 100 and something videos on this channel. And just even say if it was 40 different tools, you know, I've had like 4 or 5 tools for free. So I bought the rest. And it's expensive, especially when I'm buying something just to review it. So I'm buying it, reviewing it, and then I can only use so many tools. That's why I said what I'm going to do. I said this in my Capri Tools video, if you didn't see it. What I'm going to do is, when I buy tools and when these tool companies, if any more, sends me any tools, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up a collection. And once I have a good enough collection, I'm going to go buy a Harbor Freight 5-drawer tool cart, and I'm going to fill it with those tools. and I'm going to take it to this community college right up the street. I'm obviously get in contact with them and try to figure out something, but I'm going to donate it to one of these young guys getting into the field, to one of these guys who may not have a bunch of money, because, you know, starting out, a lot of us don't have money. I've been messed up. You know, I've not had nothing plenty of times in my life, and I don't have any help. So I have to do it myself. And it'd be nice if, you know, I was able to be blessed with something like that. So hopefully I can, you know, make it easier on somebody else. That's the, you know, that's where I'm headed anyway. I hope I can do it. I will do it. Resto Rods is like, what's up, Resto Rods? I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I'm probably going to run this for about 15, 20 more minutes. Then I'm going to end it. James says he's listened to Red Bear and he loves Makita versus Milwaukee. He's found 2 friends that changed to Makita as well. They love them. The problem is finding a local retailer. You know, excuse me. I haven't used Makita that much, but the ones I have used have been pretty decent. And, you know, a lot of times, man, a lot of times it really comes down to what feels good to you, what color you like. I mean, if you like red, you know, you might want Milwaukee. If you like black, you might want Icon. You like blue, you might want Hercules. It's just going to come down to what works best for you. Just because, say, for instance, I like Milwaukee, or if I like Hercules, that doesn't mean everybody's going to like it. That just means that I found something that I feel like is a good fit for me. And I have different criteria that I feel like I need when choosing a cordless tool system that a lot of people might not have. And if you don't have that, you know, it doesn't mean you're wrong. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. It just means that we have different opinions. But as far as Makita goes, I used to use Makita miter saws when I was framing houses, and those were the best miter saws I've used. If I bought one today, I would probably check that out first, just because I use those. I don't know what the quality's like nowadays, but I would definitely look at that first before I chose anything else. And I'm actually going to buy a miter saw. I was thinking about trying to Admiral out. It seems like a good middle price. The Hercules does look a lot better. I checked it out in the store, and that Hercules miter saw looks great. But for the price, that Admiral is looking pretty tempting, man. And I don't use it that much to, you know, justify really spending a bunch of money. But I would like to have one. First, obviously, don't try the Harbor Freight air grinder. It's quite literally painfully loud. I haven't tried that. I have tried the Chief drills, man. Those are pretty high quality air drills. I got to tell you, I was seriously impressed when I seen that drill. And I've used this out in the world, not just looked at it at the store. I've used it, and it seems pretty heavy duty. I don't know how good it is like over the long run. And the thing I don't like about Harbor Freight tools, one of my main things, is their warranty. I don't like that to pay for a warranty. Just include it in the price. Be done with it. I don't want to have to think about it. But I was told the reason they do that is because they actually sell the warranty to another company, and we buy it through that company. And that company, when we warranty, it actually pays Harbor Freight for that tool we warranty, so it don't come out of their pocket. So what they do is sell us these tools, sell the warranty to somebody else. That company buys the tool again for us at a discount, obviously, from Harbor Freight. I would say, I'm just speculating on that part. Buys the tool back from Harbor Freight, and we get the tool warranty. Now, one thing I do like about that warranty system is that you can keep buying that 2-year warranty, man. You go in there and warranty out a tool for 2 years after you've had it, and you can get it for another 2 years. Warranty out again, get it for another 2 years. So it's basically a lifetime warranty if you want to keep paying for it. So that is one good plus to it. But I would just rather them just include it, man. Felix said he runs on Makita's platform. I want to check some out, dude. Makita's rubbing on DK719 too. Everybody's liking them. I may have to try to check them out sooner rather than later. James Luke says they let him compare the Makita to the Milwaukee, I assume he's saying. And he's saying that he loved them, but Makita's marketing needs work. Clayton says, as far as my final thoughts on Icon, he agrees. You know, as I said, if you guys ain't been here, man, I was talking about the Icon. I'm rooting for Harbor Freight, man. I wanted the Icon tools to be good. I still want them to be good, and some of them are good, but they do got some work to do. And I think a mistake they made was coming out saying, we're comparing this to Snap-on. When you're going at a tool brand of that quality that's been around that long, then you better make sure your ducks are in a row before you start going at that tool brand. So they've kind of, dropped the ball right there. But like I said, they're smarter than I am, man. They know more than I know about this stuff, and they know more about marketing than I do. So maybe they're on to something big. Now, they obviously can't rest on what they've done. They obviously going to have to keep improving these tools. And the market they're going after, you're coming at a professional that knows tools. You're comparing it to a tool manufacturer that knows how to make good tools. So you better make sure your tools are good, because you can't fool these guys. You're not going to, you can sell a few of them. You can give some out on YouTube. You can have some guys do some reviews on them. You can get some people excited about it. You can sell some of them, but over the long run, if you don't have those tools good, you can't fool people that use tools. They're going to know when a tool's good or not. And like I said, I wanted them to be really good. And I do like the wrenches. I like the fixed head ratchets, but those sockets, those 3/8 flex heads, in my opinion, man, those 3/8 flex heads, I haven't tried the 1/4 inch or the 1/2 inch. In my opinion, they need to make that completely different. They need to mimic the fixed head, the internals and the head as close as they can, and put that on the flex head ratchet. Because then I think that'd be a good ratchet. But I like the direction they're going in, and I think they are going to get it right. And I think they're trying, and I think they really want to know where they're lacking. I think they're going to try to improve. I don't think they're going to, stop. I don't think they're going to just give up. I think they're in it. When I talked to the guys, they were talking about Eric Schmidt, the CEO, that this is his dream, bro. He wants to go at Snap-on. He wants to have a tool brand that takes on Snap-on, a tool brand that professionals love, a tool brand that professionals can trust. So I think they're in it for the long haul. And hopefully I can be around to see whether they do good or not. Hopefully I can help in some type of way. I hope so. We'll see. Tony Croteau, I hope I pronounced that right, bro. Tony's my brother's name. Said that Armstrong or Right Tool makes made in USA wrenches are at a good price and good. And they are pretty decent. And they are a pretty good price. Felix said Right ratchets are good too. I don't know. I haven't used those. Jeff says he loves the direction Harbor Freight's going. I do, dude. I really do. And there's a lot of people that think Harbor Freight's like abandoning their bread and butter, selling cheap tools and trying to sell these expensive tools. If they're still offering your $10 wrench set, if that's what you want, if they're still offering it, what's it hurt that they're trying to offer a $100 wrench set too? I like that they're offering good tools. I would rather, if I have the choice, if I'm buying tools, if I have the choice, I'm choosing quality over the price. Now, granted, if I'm buying something cheap that I'm going to use once to throw away, of course I want the option to buy something cheap. But if I'm looking for some tools, man, most of the time I'm looking for high quality, good tools at a great price. And that's what I've said, in the middle. I don't want to spend my life savings on tools, but I also don't want to just buy a bunch of cheap junk. So I want something in the middle that's good at a good price. So hopefully Harbor Freight can do that eventually, and I think they will do that. What's up, Max Spice? GB says he has to try more right. You know, a tool company I want to buy some of and try more of it, SK. SK is still owned in the USA. All their tools are made in the USA, made by US Steel. Now, made by US Steel don't really mean what a lot of people thinks it means, but not in all cases anyway. But I want to buy more of their tools, man. They're always offering deals, 20% off. I wrote them. I think I wrote them. I wrote a lot of tool companies. A lot of them don't get back to me, but I wrote a lot of tool companies and, you know, trying to check out some of their tools. And I'm not trying to just amass a bunch of tools. Like I said, I'm trying to be able to give people reviews that want to know about them tools. And I'm going to donate a lot of those tools, majority of them tools, when it's all said and done. Derek Golden, what's up, man? Monday Night Nitro, WWE. Or no, that was WCW back in the day, wasn't it? No, was it? Yeah, I think that was WCW back in the day, Monday Night Nitro. Yeah, because it's Monday Night Raw, WWE, WWF. Resto Ross said he's got a ton of SK stuff that came out of his grandpa's box. I think I own a couple SK tools, man, but I would like to buy more SK tools. I'd like to support what they're doing there. Resto Ross said the quality of the impact sockets wobble as well as the sizes they're released and etc. It's going to be a big one for me. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, bro. If you could, you know, elaborate a little more and let me know. Here we go. Luxury Drip, the Ada's Gumbo and come back. Welcome back, brother. We're still just talking about nothing, really. Dallas Gonzalez says he used plenty of SK tools in the Navy. They definitely stand the test of time. We have plenty of tools that are 30 plus years old on his boat and are still in good shape. And that's the thing about, you know, a tool company like that too, man. Like, yeah, you're paying a premium for some of these tools, but you know, these tool companies ain't going nowhere, man. That's, you know, like when you're looking at like Snap-on, if I bought a set of Snap-on wrenches, then I believe that Snap-on's going to be here for my son. You know what I mean? For his son. I don't believe they're going nowhere. So those tools are guaranteed. Now, the thing I don't like about any tool company that does anything like this is the fact that if you guarantee your tool for life, I don't care who bought it. That tool's guaranteed for life. Warranty that tool. If you really believe in your tool and you stand behind your tool, then warranty it. What does it matter if I bought a ratchet and say I use that ratchet for 10 years and then I sell it to Sally who uses it for 2 years and now she needs to warranty it? What's the difference in if I use that tool for 2 more years and warranty it versus Sally using it for 2 years and warranting it? There ain't no difference. It's the same tool. So in my opinion, if you give a lifetime warranty on a tool, then you honor that warranty on that tool, not on the purchaser. Just my opinion, man. Same thing with the toolboxes. I don't care, especially, you know, I understand it. Snap-on's, you know, selling a big thing. This is a lot of money. You're looking at this box right here. If you bought it new from Snap-on, we're not going to count any like, oh, I could trade this in or do anything or nothing like that. You're going to pay a pretty good price for a 56-inch Master Series box, $6,000, $7,000, $5,000 maybe. Got a deal. But that's a lot of money. So I can understand Snap-on, you know, not wanting to warranty something, somebody that don't own it. But man, if you guarantee your toolboxes for life, what does it matter who owns it after me? I just don't understand that. If I spent $5,000 on this box, I'm already taking a loss. If I turn around, you know, a lot of people talk about the resale value. You can buy a Snap-on box used for a pretty good price. It's still expensive, but it's a lot cheaper. You're looking at probably $2,000 buying one of these boxes if you could find somebody who's willing to let go of it for that. But it's about what they're worth, $2,000 to $2,500. So Snap-on sold that box. The person obviously needs to get rid of that box now for whatever reason. So the next person now has still spent a good chunk of money, $2,000 to $2,500. They should still have that warranty on that box. Now, maybe it becomes a little ridiculous, maybe later on down the road, if you're looking at like 100 years later, obviously, okay, that might be a little ridiculous. This is done, went through 7 different owners. It's 100 years old. Okay, I may be able to understand that. But if we're looking at a short time period, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, if you got a tool that you guarantee, then guarantee that tool or box or whatever, not just the person that bought it. They're trying to gouge you for more money right there, in my opinion. And I'm not saying Snap-on. I'm saying all tool companies that do that. Thoughts on gray pneumatic tools, ratchet sockets, air tools, etc. Use the impact sockets. They're great, man. Anything else, I don't really know. If anybody knows, let him know. If there's anything in particular you want to see, man, shoot me a message or whatever. Comment on a video sometime, and I'll try to get to it, man. Gray tools, made in Canada. No, I haven't, man. Haven't heard of them. I do have a... Yeah, I do have a gray tool right here. This is gray, made in Canada, old school wrench, man. I don't know how old this thing is, but this sucker is heavy duty and it's been beat up and it's still around. So yeah, I have heard of gray tools made in Canada. And I didn't even know it, man. Oh man, here comes Tarek, man. Dude, that kind of, I appreciate that, bro. That kind of makes me feel bad, dude. Like, he just shot me $30. That's the second week in a row, man. I appreciate that, bro, man. If you need anything, man, let me know, dude. It makes me feel a little bad, dude. I appreciate that, man. Pittsburgh impact sockets for the price and quality is unbeatable, says Mike AZE 423. You know, Mike, I agree with you right there, bro. Best bang for your buck impact sockets I've ever seen in my life. Jeff Parker, got to go, man. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by, Jeff. I hope you have a good night, bro. Man, Tarek, I really appreciate that, bro. You're a good dude, man. I appreciate that, dude. Like, look, if I get money from here, dude, like, the only thing I'm doing with this money is I'm obviously, you know, I've spent a lot of money to do this, but I'm just going to use it to keep this thing going. I'm using it to any money I get from ad revenue or anything else, whether it be my Patreon page or whatever. I'm just using it to reinvest into this channel, man. I'm using it to get tools. I'm using it to get better equipment. I'm using it to be able to have a little bit more time that I don't have to necessarily spend working to learn to be better. You know, it's all it's for, man. It's just for me to invest. Like, I have my affiliate links on Amazon. I don't make a whole bunch of money off that, but I do make, you know, anywhere between $30 to $100 a month off of those. So like when I put those links down in the bottom, if you click on them and you decide to purchase something, anything, not even what I have, but Amazon does throw me a few pennies to, you know, as an affiliate for sending somebody there to buy something, and it don't cost nobody nothing extra. So like, if you guys wanted to help support the channel and you was ordering stuff anyway, and, you know, you don't have a bunch of money, which I completely understand, but like, if you click on one of those links and go shoot and buy something, man, it don't cost you nothing. And Amazon just comes out of pocket and gives me, you know, 1% or whatever the percentage is, but it's not a whole bunch, man. Appreciate that. I'm not begging for money or anything, dude. I'm just talking about it, man. What's the affiliate link? Luxury Drift said. If you go to any of my videos, man, that I have links down in the description, like when I review tools or whatever, if it's from Amazon, or if you go to like my Icon Ratchet videos where I have the Tekton ratchet linked at the bottom, there's a bunch of stuff linked at the bottom, and all you have to do is just click on any of those links and it takes you to Amazon, and then you can buy anything from that point. You don't even have to buy like the ratchet or whatever I send you to. If you just buy anything, Amazon gives me, like I said, like 1%, 1 to 3% or something. But it's not a whole bunch of money. But like I said, anything I get on here, dude, is going back to get tools to review and get equipment. Everything is all going to this channel, man. All of it. Tarek wants you to send him an Icon chest and top box. Hey, man, you know, it's seeming like that. No, he's a really good guy, dude. Like, I appreciate that, man. Tarek, just order some camera equipment and plan on shooting some bids after the first of the year. Bro, if you need any help or, you know, if you want to learn anything or if you want me to point you in a direction or anything, man, hit me up on Instagram, My Redemption Garage, Facebook, Redemption Garage, Twitter, Redemption Garage. I don't know if you follow me on any of them or not, but if you do, you can hit me up on there or email me, myredemptiongarage@gmail.com, bro. I'll try to help you, man. I've learned a lot. I knew absolutely nothing about shooting videos, about editing videos. I knew absolutely nothing when I started this. And I've learned quite a bit. And there's some good guys on YouTube you can learn from. What camera did you order, though, Tarek? James Tarek says he don't even own anything from Harbor Freight. Don't plan on getting anything from there. And, you know, there ain't nothing, you know, that's the one. I'm not like this channel. I do talk about Harbor Freight quite a bit, but I'm not trying to be like a strictly Harbor Freight channel. You know, like there's some channels that I feel like are just 95% Harbor Freight. I think the reason I'm talking about Harbor Freight so much right now is because of the icon line and everything. But I'm not gonna just talk about Harbor Freight, dude. Like I want to look at every. This is a tool channel, not a Harbor Freight channel. I'm not a tool promoter for anybody. I'm looking for good tools for you guys, man, at a good price. And I'm just trying to help people out, dude. I mean, honestly, that's all I'm trying to do. And I enjoy doing this. I enjoy like interacting with you guys. This has been fun, you know. I've been on here for over 2 hours now. You know, I need to get going here in a few, but you know, I'm having fun doing stuff like this. I have fun posting videos. I'm glad to have met a lot of you guys, man, even if it's through the internet. Got the GoPro 7 and the Panasonic G7. That's a good one. Man, I got the GoPro 7 and I can't find it, man. I did that toolbox tour, and I mean, this thing is literally like a couple inches. It's a great camera, dude, but I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if my little cat got a hold of it and took it somewhere, clawing on it or what, man, but I can't find it. And I know ain't nobody been in there. So I'm gonna have to tear this house apart. Because that's like, I spent $400 just on that. GB says he needs to get a new camera. Man, I'll tell you a good camera, GB, for a good price, you could either look like a Canon M50, or I think that the way to go, dude, honestly, if you're going to be doing like indoor shoots like this and everything, is the Sony A6400. I bought the Sony A6500, which is supposed to be a little better than the 6400, but the 6400 is newer and the autofocus technology is better and it's cheaper. So I would look towards the A6400. I mean, I don't know how much money you have to spend, but there's cheaper ones than that too that are good. The M50 is cheaper than that. Rob Sprooks says, Harbor Freight should have hooked me up with the full icon box. You know, I would have liked to have had the full icon box, obviously. And, you know, maybe they still will. I don't know. You know, I've talked to them about it. I'm not going to lie. But at this point, man, I don't know. Like, they haven't even talked to me in, I think it's been about 2 weeks now. So I don't really know. Like, I don't know what's going on with them. But I'm not pressed on, you know, I don't need them to sponsor me or anything, but I do like having the opportunity to check these tools out for you guys. I don't know if they'll want me to continue to do it after all this stuff that's happened and after some of the things that I've said and some of the reviews I've given. Maybe they're going to move on or something. And, you know, that's fine. That's their decision. I wouldn't even be mad. I'm not going to start bad-mouthing them or bad-mouthing Icon or bad-mouthing anything if they decided to do that. You know, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not just sucking up to them to get free stuff. I'm going to keep it real one way or the other. So we'll see. Tarek says he subscribes to me as a person, not just because of tools. I appreciate that, Tarek, man. James says his lab would use his GoPro as a chew toy. Probably not. Hey, this little cat, it was a homeless cat, and my girlfriend seen it, and she, you know, she's got like, this girl's got a good heart, man. Like, she's a good person. Like, I'm really blessed to have met her, but you know, she felt bad for it. So obviously I took it in, and it's been a pretty good little cat though, but he's a little rambunctious. Luxury Drift wants to know what we're using to edit. I use Adobe. I buy the Adobe Suite. And that's another thing. I spend $65 a month just to be able to edit videos and pictures. And then I spend another $15 a month to be able to use music in some of my videos. So I have a recurring bill of $80 a month just to edit videos. So, I mean, it's not cheap, man. Time consuming, and it's not cheap. Resto Ross says, rarely he agrees. He watches. Oh, he took it back. He said he watches for people. And everybody's not going to agree, bro. And that's fine. We don't have to agree with each other. I think we should just respect each other, and we can learn from each other. I don't think I'm always right. I don't think I know everything. And there's plenty of times I'm wrong. And I appreciate everybody's point of view as long as we respect each other, man. That's the only thing I'm big on. I don't delete anybody because they disagree with me. I don't delete anybody because they even get on there and call me names and stuff, and I still don't delete them. You can go through and look. Like, I'll talk crap back to them. I do that. Probably shouldn't do that a lot of times, but I still do. And I don't delete them though. The only people I delete are people that say violent stuff or racist things. Those are the only two things that I won't tolerate, dude, because I don't want that around here. And I also don't want a lot of political stuff going on in the comments. You could talk about politics. I'm just not going to respond about politics, man. Here we go, dude. Dang, Tarek, you must be loaded, bro. I appreciate that, man. Tarek just sent me another $50, dude. That's unbelievable, dude. I appreciate that, dude. I don't even know what to say, man. You're a good dude, man. If I could repay the favor to you, dude, I will, man. Yeah, Felix said he's wondering about the music. Yeah, I actually pay Epidemic Sound, dude. They got some pretty good music on there. It's $15 a month, and you can use their songs up to, I think, 1 million views, and then you'll have to start like paying for something else or however it works. But I don't get that many views on one video. Heck, I had that Craftsman screwdriver video, which was the really only big video I've had on this channel. It had like 650,000 views on that sucker. And that was the first time I just started getting monetized for this channel. And what's crazy is that was the only video, like, I made pretty decent money on that video, not like no killing or whatever. But what happened was I had you gotta have a YouTube AdSense account or a Google AdSense account. And I had a Google AdSense account. Well, it was connected to my email, and me and my ex broke up, and she was sending me emails and all kinds of crap, and I was tired of hearing from her, dude. So I deleted the Google account like an idiot. And when I deleted the Google account, it deleted my Google AdSense account. So, like, I never even got any money for any of that. And I wrote them about it, dude. And I'm like, I still have the channel. Why haven't you paid me? I bet you got paid, but they still haven't paid me. That was back in April. So it's been 7 months now, and I'll probably never see it. And that's fine. I'm not doing it for the money, like I said, but it does help to have money so I can get more tools, so I can do more reviews, so we can keep this channel going. And like I said, there's a lot of better equipment I want to get too. Bo Freak says he likes to watch the tool community, not necessarily for the reviews, but to see new things coming out. The tool community as a whole on YouTube is pretty. I like it, man. There's some pretty good guys. There is some, bad seeds, but there's bad seeds in everything. And I don't necessarily think I'm better than anybody, and I don't think that I'm right over anybody. I don't, they may be right, and that's fine. But we're just different. We have different ideas about the way we should talk to people, and we have different ideas about the way we should respect everyone. We have different ideas about the types of videos we need to publish, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. That's why I say, like, you want to listen to everyone, dude. Like, everybody has something that you can learn from. Everybody has something that I may not have, you know. I can just give you what I know, and then you just listen to everybody and agree with what feels best to you. I mean, I don't think I'm better than anybody. I don't think I'm right. I just have my own opinion. That's it. Yeah, Tarek, man. Ross Brooks said, "Damn, Tarek," and that is crazy, dude. Man, that's a good guy, dude. I really appreciate that, dude. Eric Compton says, "You got to stay humble. Being cocky gets you nothing." You know, you're right. You know, I'm confident. There's a difference between confidence and being cocky. I'm confident in myself, but I'm not cocky, man. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I know I'm not better than anybody. I'm by far better than anybody. All I can do is just be myself, man. And I'm not going to try to like dog anybody or say anything bad about anybody. I'm just not going to do it, man. GB says he's a business owner for the most part. You know, I'm gonna be doing the same thing, man. Maybe not. I'm not saying like the same thing you're doing, but as far as business owner goes. James Luke says, looking back, when the earthquake was introduced, sudden rush, then sales drop. Wonder why they haven't expanded more. You know, that may be the case, dude. And like I said, you can't come out, dude, with a 1/2 inch, a 3/8, and a ratchet and a polisher, dude. You can't come out with that. If you're serious about this, if you want people to get in there, if you're really going after the professionals and not just trying to sell professional looking tools to the consumer, then you need to really go at it. You can't just offer a couple things like that, because it's not going to happen, dude. You're not going to get in that way. It's just not going to happen. I guarantee it. AVE is good, dude. That's one of my favorite tool channels, man. But I'm going to have to end this, guys, man. I appreciate y'all watching, man. I got to get in here to my girlfriend. I'm going to be doing this weekly. So stay tuned. Keep watching. Keep liking. Keep sharing my videos, man. I appreciate each and every one of you. Tarek, you're the man, bro. If you ever need anything, let me know. All y'all's the man, bro. I appreciate y'all watching, man. Y'all take it easy, man.